Hi, my name is Tim, and I'm forgiven. I used to look back in history and look at things that happened and think with a critical attitude and with some self-righteousness where I looked at it and thought, if I was alive then, what would I have done? I would have, I. And I look at history and I think, you know what? We're in the midst of this kind of thing right now, and what am I doing? What am I doing to stop it? What am I doing to prevent it? What am I doing to alert other people? What am I doing to build a resistance to this? And I have to think, I'm not doing enough because liberalism is advancing by strides. And I don't know if you're a liberal or if you're a conservative. But if you're a conservative and you're not resisting this with all your might and all your strength, we're going to lose. Every conservative needs to get physically, spiritually involved in the future and in the past. We've got to undo a lot of things that have happened, and we have to ensure that things change in the future. We've let this whining, cry baby mentality take over. And we've let this envy and jealousy towards the haves build to the point where it could be critical. And it's a real shame to see that the President of our United States of America is an instigator in all these things. And it's his envy of the successful, his envy of other races other than his own. And I say that with all sincerity. I really think that he thinks he's a superior human being to other people. When he talks about making executive orders to do this and to do that, and he's just spitting on our founders, spitting on our Constitution. He's spitting on the likes of George Washington. And George Washington was so esteemed that he could have done whatever he wanted to do. And it was because he didn't have this mindset that people just turned over their futures to him. Thank God for individuals like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Ronald Reagan, who saw the needs of our country and sought to establish those needs as laws, not for selfish gain, but for unselfish gain. We're looking at a situation, and it sickens me to think that we're so far behind. But we are really, really far behind. I look at the nation of Germany when World War II was underway. I look at the Germans, and I used to think that there were a whole load of self-righteous, indignant people. And they weren't all that way. But if we wait, and if we wait, pretty soon it's going to get really, really ugly. It's going to be difficult to talk against the leaders of our own country. If you can't see this, I don't know how to open your eyes to the reality of what's going on. But it's like a snowball. When you make a snowball, it's small. But as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, as you roll it, it gets bigger faster. And it gets to the point where you can't even move it pretty quick in good snowball building snow. This thing is getting big. It's getting out of hand. And it wouldn't surprise me if it got out of control during the next 10 years. Unless people, and this is the sad part, if you work and if you rely on government 0%. Not at all. If you go out and do everything you can to provide yourself, no matter how poor you are, if you do not rely on the government, you are a target. You are evil, you are selfish, and you are in trouble. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I can't see it any other way. And this is what I have to say to you. If you are self-reliant, if you are self-sufficient, if you do not rely on the government at all, you should be in 100% opposition of what's going on with our government, because their intent is to be in total control of our lives. Their intent is equality as an outcome, regardless of input. No matter how lazy you are, no matter how envious you are, how jealous you are, how little you do to further your own well-being, they think that you ought to be as wealthy, as you should have as much well-being as somebody who busts their rear. So if you're in the self-sufficient crowd, I don't care what your income is. If you're in the self-sufficient crowd, you are a target, and you are going to lose your ability to be self-sufficient. You will lose your ability to be self-sufficient. My question to you is, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I don't mean just voting. What are you doing to change what's going on right now? What is happening? Not what's going to happen. What is happening? What are you doing to resist? If you're not a part of the solution, you are a part of the problem. Everybody needs to be doing a lot to stop what's going on. You are a target, and if you don't do something now, you will regret it. You will be sorry someday. God bless.